A wave of AI regulation is sweeping America. Colorado just passed the nation's strictest AI law. California, Texas, and Connecticut are right behind. The rules target everything: hiring algorithms, healthcare, AI, facial recognition, autonomous systems. Tech companies are screaming innovation death. Consumer groups are celebrating protection. Europe already has comprehensive AI rules. China is racing ahead with its own standards. Today, Sophia and Liam battle. Are we protecting citizens from AI dangers, or killing American innovation and handing leadership to China? Here's the regulatory explosion. Colorado's AI Act takes effect in 2026, requiring companies to audit AI systems for bias, provide transparency on algorithmic decisions, and allow consumers to opt out of AI-driven choices. Violations carry massive fines. But Colorado isn't alone. Over a dozen states are considering similar legislation, creating a patchwork of conflicting rules. But here's what's going to shock you by the end of this video. These regulations may not actually protect you from AI's real dangers while simultaneously crippling American tech competitiveness. The laws target bias and transparency, but ignore the existential risks experts actually fear. Meanwhile, every state having different AI rules means companies face compliance nightmares, or they just don't operate in regulated states. The big question: can we regulate AI without becoming a quasi-national standard that kills startups? Companies say these laws are impossible to comply with, requiring explanations of AI decisions that even engineers don't fully understand. Privacy advocates say, without regulation, AI becomes digital authoritarianism. Sophia says regulation is overdue protection. Liam says we just killed the AI revolution.
Finally, we're getting common sense rules for technology that's already reshaping every aspect of our lives. AI regulation isn't killing innovation, it's preventing catastrophe. Look at what's already happening without regulation. AI hiring tools discriminating against women and minorities. Healthcare algorithms denying treatment based on flawed data. Facial recognition systems with massive error rates targeting innocent people. Deepfakes destroying reputations. AI-generated misinformation flooding social media. This isn't hypothetical. It's happening right now. Colorado's law does exactly what's needed. Require transparency, demand bias audits, give consumers control. If your AI system can't explain its decisions or can't be audited for fairness, maybe it shouldn't be deployed on humans. That's not anti-innovation. That's basic accountability. And the China is racing ahead argument? China's AI is built on authoritarian surveillance with zero regard for human rights. We don't win by copying that. We win by building ethical AI that people actually trust and want to use globally. Regulation creates that trust.
Sophia just celebrated the death of American AI leadership. These regulations are economic suicide disguised as consumer protection. That here's what actually happens with Colorado's law. Small AI startups can't afford compliance. Big tech already has armies of lawyers. They'll survive. Startups die. Innovation moves to China and Europe. Colorado businesses either leave the state or stop using AI entirely. That's not protection. That's economic devastation. And the regulations are technically impossible. Explain algorithmic decisions? Modern AI systems are neural networks that even creators don't fully understand. They work through patterns and correlations that can't be reduced to simple explanations. Requiring explainability means banning the most powerful AI systems, the ones that actually work. Meanwhile, China isn't regulating AI into oblivion. They're deploying it everywhere. Facial recognition, social credit, autonomous weapons. While we tie ourselves in regulatory knots debating bias audits, China is building AI dominance. We're bringing regulation to a tech war. We will lose.
So your solution is no rules? Let AI companies do whatever they want? That's insane. We need guardrails.
My solution is let the market and existing laws handle it. We already have anti-discrimination laws. Use those. Don't create AI-specific bureaucracy.
Existing laws can't address AI-specific harms. Algorithmic bias operates differently than human bias. We need specialized regulation.
Every new technology gets this treatment. It's different. We need special rules. Then innovation dies, and other countries win.
So we've got state-by-state patchwork regulations, impossible compliance demands, and AI advancing faster than law can keep up. But here's what neither side is addressing, and this is critical. The regulations don't actually target the AI risks that could end civilization. They focus on bias and transparency while ignoring existential threats. Before we explore that terrifying gap, I need to know where you stand. SOPHIA, blue symbol. Regulate AI now before it's too late. Liam, red symbol. Regulations kill innovation and help China win. Your vote matters, because these laws will shape AI development for decades. Now, let's examine what regulations are actually missing.
Let me address Liam's arguments with actual facts about why regulation works. First, the impossible-to-comply claim is corporate fearmongering. Colorado's law doesn't require explaining every neuron in a neural network. It requires documenting what data was used, what the AI is designed to do, and providing meaningful information about how decisions are reached. That's achievable and reasonable. Second, market solutions don't work for AI because harm happens before market correction. If a healthcare AI wrongly denies treatment and someone dies, the market didn't protect them. If hiring algorithms entrench discrimination for years before anyone notices, market forces didn't stop it. AI operates at scale and speed where market correction arrives too late. Third, the startup argument is backwards. Clear regulations actually help startups by creating level playing fields. Right now, big tech can deploy whatever they want because they have lawyers and lobbying power. Regulations ensure small companies aren't crushed by unethical competitors willing to deploy harmful AI. And on China, building trustworthy, ethical AI is exactly how we compete globally. Democratic nations won't buy Chinese surveillance AI. They'll buy American ethical AI. Regulation creates that competitive advantage.
SOPHIA's just document your data. Simplification ignores how AI actually works. Let me explain the compliance nightmare she's creating. Modern AI systems train on billions of data points from thousands of sources. Documenting all that? Impossible. And meaningful information about decisions? For complex systems, the honest answer is, we don't fully know why the AI made that choice. It recognized patterns beyond human comprehension. That answer violates the regulation. So companies either lie or don't deploy the AI. The healthcare example proves my point. Yes, some AI makes errors. So does every doctor. We don't ban doctors. We sue for malpractice under existing law. Apply the same standard to AI. If it harms someone, they have legal recourse. We don't need AI-specific pre-regulation. And regulations helping startups? Absurd. Compliance costs are fixed expenses that hit small companies harder. A 5-person startup can't hire a compliance team. Google can. The law advantages incumbents while claiming to protect consumers. Here's the real cost. Every month we delay AI deployment with regulation. China gains ground. They're building autonomous systems, AI-powered military tech, economic algorithms. While we debate bias audits, they're winning the AI race. That's the actual existential threat.
China's AI lead is in surveillance and control. That's not winning. That's dystopia. We win with ethical AI that respects human rights.
Ethics don't matter if we're not competitive. China will set global AI standards if we regulate ourselves into irrelevance. Then whose ethics win?
And that's the impossible tension. How do we ensure AI safety without losing the AI race? Can ethical AI compete with authoritarian AI? Should it have to? But here's that uncomfortable truth we promised. Both sides are arguing about the wrong risks. Colorado's law focuses on bias and transparency, important but not existential. The regulations don't address AI alignment problems, recursive self-improvement, autonomous weapons, or superintelligence risks. We're regulating today's AI, while tomorrow's AI may be uncontrollable. AI safety experts warn that Current regulations are like requiring seatbelts while ignoring the asteroid headed for Earth. Bias audits matter. Transparency matters. But they're microscopic concerns compared to whether AI remains under human control at all. The regulations tackle accountability for algorithms while ignoring whether those algorithms might become smarter than us and pursue goals we can't predict or stop. The real question isn't regulation versus innovation. It's whether humans can govern a technology that may surpass human intelligence. Neither heavy regulation nor free markets have answers for that. We're debating speed limits while building a vehicle that might not need drivers or might decide it doesn't want drivers. Because that question, human control over increasingly autonomous systems, connects to something happening right now that perfectly illustrates the problem. The Supreme Court is deciding whether Trump can fire Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. It's about presidential power versus independent institutions. Who controls the controllers? Same pattern as AI regulation. How much power do we give autonomous systems? Whether those systems are algorithms or government institutions, can they be independent and accountable simultaneously? When Trump tries to fire Fed officials, it's about control versus independence. When we regulate AI, same question. Control versus capability. The Fed makes economic decisions beyond political control. AI makes decisions beyond human understanding. Both raise the question, should we control what we don't fully understand or trust systems we can't completely govern? That Federal Reserve battle is exploding at the Supreme Court right now. Every living Fed chair and Treasury secretary united against Trump's attempt to extend presidential power over monetary policy. Its constitutional crisis meets economic stability. SOPHIA and Liam are about to detonate over whether the Fed should be independent or politically controlled. That video drops next. This one affects your money, your job, your savings directly. Don't miss it.